What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another Game of Thrones, the card game, second edition video for you. We are in round 5 of the 2017 Rochester, New York Regionals held at Millennium Games. On the left we have Roy from the White Book podcast playing against Vinnie, a Rochester, New York local. Targaryen Fealty on the right, played by Vinnie, setting up Miri and Targaryen loyalist. On the other side, we have a Night's Watch, Kings of Summer Builders deck, setting up 2 Old Forest Hunters. And we can't see his locations right now. Thank you, Roy, for moving your hands. And I'm not even sure what those are. Every single Night's Watch location basically has the same art. It's the wall in the background and some dark gray, black castle-looking structure in front of it. But I mean, what else can you put on these cards when they're all just little castles along the wall, yes? It's an abandoned stronghold. The Neil abandoned stronghold to choose a defending character. Till the end of the challenge, that character gets plus X strength. X is the number of builder characters you control. So that's what it is. 2 of those guys. So he can definitely get somebody pretty huge on strength if he gets a ton of builders in play. So we have Time of Plenty played into Time of Plenty. And Roy being a cool guy, giving out Time of Plenty to the tournament, showing up with the extra prize support. Much appreciated, of course. Roy being a cool dude as usual. So both players drawing the extra cards. 4 cards actually during the draw phase from both Time of Plenties. Basically adding 1 to the draw phase. So it looks like the Targaryen player Vinnie is going first. Marshals out a limited card, which is a Rose Road. Neil's his Targaryen loyalist to play another Targaryen loyalist. Neil that Targaryen loyalist. Nope, not yet. Miri to start. Wow. It's got to get the military, or I mean the intrigue and power icons on the table. And those 2 locations can help him a ton defend against Miri. But if you don't get Miri in check, I mean, this builder's deck usually has, I'm assuming, like 5, 6, 7, 8 characters on the board at all times. So Miri might have a little trouble being effective in that case. And then not doing claim on those challenges, especially if their power, can definitely hurt the Targaryen deck against the Night's Watch deck, who's just trying to stall the game out anyway. And we have an Altar Daenerys Targaryen.
Oh, wow, man. You have the fancy Danny?
Yeah, I got the box set for my birthday.
Cool. I like it. Cool. Alright. So, I have 7 gold. My agenda.
So yeah, Kings of the Summer triggering, or well, adding a gold here to Roy's summer plot. Obviously, giving the extra gold.
Brandon's gift.
There's a Brandon's gift. And a Shadow Tower Mason, who is turned on.
Trigger Brandon's gift.
Brandon's gift helping reduce the next location or attachment, I believe, after playing a builder. By 1, I'm pretty sure. Which looks like it's going to be a Milk of the Poppy. On either Miri or Danny. Tough choice. I think Miri's the right call, but he does it on Danny. I guess that makes sense. He doesn't have the wall in play yet to give that +1 buff to cancel Danny, basically.
Play Eastwatch Carpenter.
And now an Eastwatch Carpenter in play, which I'm not sure what he does. Sure most of you guys know, but let's look it up. So Eastwatch Carpenter, no attachments except weapon, of course. Reaction after you collect income. Gain 1 gold for every 2 Night's Watch locations you control. And of course, he's got that builder trait.
You have no gold? No gold. But that's standing.
So Fealty's standing, as Roy just pointed out, which means it can pay for Dracarys, and Danny's standing, but no dragons. So Dracarys can happen. But is that a big deal right now? No wall out to defend, so I don't think any of those characters are really cry-worthy when you lose them from a Dracarys. But hey, what do I know? A builder's a builder, I guess, in a builder deck. Definitely helps all the other effects that he has in the deck. Haunted Forests.
Pass.
Plus 1 strength to challenges.
Plus X strength, or X is the number of builder characters I control.
So each builder is plus for the number.
No, it's just Neil. I can make any character that's defending plus 2 right now.
For the number of builders, got it.
For the end of the challenge. Yep.
So Roy explaining that location, the abandoned stronghold, to us. So 2 builders in play. They can give plus 2 strength based on plus 2 strength each from each of those locations to a character defending. Which is enough to get that Shadow Tower Mason with an Intrigue icon in front of Miri. Which is going to probably happen here. Intrigue challenge, Shadow Tower Mason.
Defend.
Blocks for 2.
I have an action.
I'll trigger this first.
Sure.
Go on.
And we have Fealty Knelt. Or Fealty triggered, I guess.
Do you have any actions?
So plus 2. There's the Dracarys. Daenerys Knelt. So they're doing their actions in order, one by one. Which burns that guy to get the unopposed. Of course, Miri's going to do some killing here.
So intrigue still?
Yeah, intrigue still. You win. This Neil's. No power.
Not unopposed, of course, from the Haunted Forest. Force reaction on the Haunted Forest.
Yep.
Miri's interrupting claim, killing the Eastwatch Carpenter. Now, military challenge from Roy, the Night's Watch player here. Going unopposed, killing a Targaryen loyalist.
And Dom to me.
And dominance to the Night's Watch side. So 2-0 for the Night's Watch player.
7 cards.
Yep. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards.
So both players having plus 1 reserve from the summer agenda. So lots more videos coming up from this tournament. We have another round 5 game coming up on the channel. Plus, we're going to the elimination after that. We got a couple games from the top 8 and top 4, and then of course the finals, all with commentary. So make sure you subscribe and hit that alarm bell button beside the subscribe button to be notified when those videos go up and when we do live streams in the future. So Calm Over Westeros flipped into Blood of the Dragon, I believe. I always forget the name of that plot. And of course it burns away a bunch of guys. 2 little old Force Hunters go away, plus the Targaryen Loyalists. All hit 0 strength and all die right away. Not sure what was chosen for Calm Over Westeros. And Viserys Targaryen gonna help get that Milk of the Poppy off Dany.
He dies.
Oh, which he dies right away.
Yep.
And triggers.
Yep.
Happened a lot faster than he anticipated. But still did the job. Very well done. I like that little interaction. That's pretty cool. And a dragon, of course, not -1.
So I have 6 gold.
So 6 gold on the Night's Watch side due to the summer agenda. And then he plays a Rose Road for his limited. We have a Grizzled Miner.
Trigger Brandon's
Only
gift.
1 cost 1 due to the 4 Night's Watch locations being in play. That's a value right there.
3.
And we got the wall in play. Brandon's gift reducing the cost on that after playing a builder. I really like how all these little builder synergies have come together after the Night's Watch box. And I guess the last couple of chapter packs. Definitely getting that builder theme, which was kind of a joke early in the game, obviously. You don't have enough cards. You've seen these builder effects. None of them make sense because you don't really have that many builders, and the builders suck, I guess, basically is what I would hear from Night's Watch players. But I think they've reached the point where they're actually very viable in the competitive meta. And this summer builders deck is a thing that you need to be prepared for and have some answers in your deck, I guess. it builds up. Builds up with all these locations. Gets a wall of characters in front. Very efficient on the card draw. Very efficient on economy.
He doesn't die.
Because of that.
And the wall out there now is given the +1 strength.
Yes.
But, and that Messenger Raven doesn't have to worry about going in a challenge to get hit by the Danny -1, so should stick around.
Well, no defense.
So no defenders, Haunted Forest, blocking the Miri unopposed, but she is choosing to kill the Grizzled Miner. And we got a military challenge with Viserion.
Unopposed.
Goes unopposed, of course. Wall goes down. And a power challenge with Daenerys. That'll go unopposed, claim, and draw for insights.
Yep.
And it looks like the Targaryen player
Go to Dom.
seems to be in control here, but Dominance goes to the Nice Watch player.
My hand to draw a card.
Messenger Raven goes back, draws the card. Roy digging in his deck, trying to get the board filled up again here. But having a little trouble so far, but he'll eventually draw into what he needs, I'm sure. But as he puts guys out on the board, they're just getting killed by Miri. He's got to find those milks. I believe we saw in the last game Roy played, he saw 3 of his Milk of the Poppies. So if he gets those going here, he needs to see 2 more. He's already seen 1, which is gone. So hopefully he can see the other 2. I think he's got Craven too. I could be wrong. He needs a Craven here for Miri. I think that's what needs to happen. Or a Milk of the Poppy on her. Get her in check. Already seen Viserys go to the discard pile. Could have a confiscation in his plot deck to help with that, but let's see what happens here. Oh, tons of 3 cards there for reserve.
Ready? Yep.
So for the watch, and flipped into counting coffers. Remember, for the watch, it's going to basically negate the first challenge coming from the Targaryen player. It's just going to cancel out no winners, no defenders. Or no winners, no losers, is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully Vinnie remembers that and does this challenge. Basically, that he doesn't care about. His first challenge is a throwaway. Doesn't overcommit on it, which I'm sure we've all done at some point. Not realizing that plot is face up, and after the plot phase, you do all that marshalling, that drawing of cards, playing cards, and then you get to challenges, you get all excited, you go all in, and then you realize for the watch is there. And then you just hang your head in shame. And the Nice Watch player sneakers. So Rhaegal in play with a duplicate. Danny's got the stand ability and got stealth. Those dragons are duped, so they're going to stick around for a bit. But Danny still doesn't have a dupe. I don't think this builder's deck is playing Valor. I think in the last game we saw on the channel, he was using a, earlier in this tournament, he had Wildfire was his reset, but I could be wrong. So right now, you got Miri and Danny exposed. I think he would have played Valor right now, like it would have came out on this turn, but he, yeah. Wildfire would have done nothing, of course. No point in playing that yet. You want your opponent to go really wide on the board. So we got Halder coming out. He's a builder, triggering Brandon's Gift.
Brandon's Gift.
And we got a,
Pass to you.
oh man, yeah, Eastwatch Carpenter, I believe, and Messenger Raven.
Oh, I fucked this game up real hard.
So no extra icons. He's not seeing his practice blades. In the last game we saw, the builder's deck had practice blades, all 3 of them, going on these guys, giving them military icons. But no intrigue. So we're going to see Miri go unchecked again here, I think.
Sure. You lose.
Oh, yep, there he walked right into it. Walked right into it. I think Vinnie forgot, and I forgot too. Thought Miri was gonna go off here, but he should have thrown away like a power challenge. So here we go, power challenge with Danny as a second challenge. Stealthing someone, stealthing the Eastwatch Carpenter.
Sure.
Alder's gonna block the unopposed. He's got the Haunted Forest. Should be going down here. Oh no, he's gonna trigger his
+2.
Abandoned Strongholds. Gonna give +4 total to Halder.
Right now.
He is
Got +1 from the wall. Got Haunted Forest, adding 1.
3. So he's +4.
So he's at 7,
So he's
plus the
7.
Haunted Forest. So Danny gets stuffed.
I win.
No Shadow Tower out there to trigger to stop someone else from attacking yet. And we got a military of 5.
No defenders.
No defenders, of course. Haunted Forest goes down, blocks the unopposed still, though. Claim is the Messenger Raven. Which is good. You want to hit that card draw. And we got a power challenge with the Eastwatch Carpenter, 4 strength. Going unopposed. And we should have the wall triggered here.
I have no further challenge, so I'm going to trigger the wall. Dom is, I think, a push.
Yeah, no one getting dominance, though. 6 power on the Night's Watch side. Only 3 on the Targaryen side. Does he play his Wildfire now to try to force one of those dragons to be killed? Most likely Viserion with a dupe. I don't think he'd choose Miri. Definitely not choosing Danny. Or do you just wait another round and try to make that Wildfire a little more juicy? And your opponent's only at 3 power. There's no rush yet.
Ready?
So a close call and a march to the wall. Very interesting.
You want to go first or second?
So Viserion's gone either way. Discarded with his dupe. And Eastwatch Carpenter marched.
I'm going to move Raven.
The Raven.
And draw a card. Right? No winner plot.
Raven moved from the dead pile using close call to the discard pile. No winner plot, so he gets an extra card draw. The summer plot, of course, getting him extra economy from his agenda. And of course, Vinnie winning initiative has chosen Roy, the Night's Watch player, to go first. Since you know with the wall out, he's most likely just going to pass his challenges anyway. And this way you don't have to worry about him doing challenges after you've attacked.
Trigger.
Sworn Brother triggering his Brandon's Gift. Reducing the cost of the first location, I believe, that he plays by 1.
Trigger.
Here's Brandon's Gift again off of the Shadow Tower Mason. No, Castle Black Mason, I believe. Castle Black Mason. I think he's the Neil 2 Builders. Search the top 10 for a Night's Watch attachment or location. And there's the Shadow Tower. It's in play.
What's the Shadow Tower do again?
And he's got his 3rd of Brandon Stronghold.
Character cannot
Plus
attack.
3 off that, I guess, for 3 builders being in play.
When is the defender?
Assuming they're all builders.
Is that it?
Yep. Sadly.
Yeah, Roy just continuing to get characters on the board here. Continuing to draw. Build up his suite of locations to get his little engines going. And he's in the lead, so yeah, something drastic has to happen here. Keeps getting those characters in front of the Miri kill. Being able to recover his board. We see Khal Drogo in hand on Vinnie's side. He's got a great haul in play, so we can get him in play. No extra icons. All power on the Night's Watch side. I don't think any of them have any way of getting any other icons right now. So the all power, and then he's got a Haunted Forest. So I think one challenge is going to go unopposed, no matter what. But you never know with Dolorous Ed or whatever he's called coming into play off kneeling the house card to defend intrigue. So you got to watch out for that too. But no gold save, so no practice blades coming in to give military icons.
I'll pass
So of
challenge.
course, Roy passes challenges. We have an Unsullied in play. Gonna help reduce some strength when he's attacking from the defending characters. I mean, with Halder the wall, haunted forests, and the abandoned strongholds, all 3 of them. That's a lot of defensive strength to get through there, even with Danny and your Unsullied. Got a Nightmares, though, in hand. I think he just Nightmares the wall.
Action. Sure. Nightmares.
Haunted Forest.
Sure.
I guess that can probably stop the wall business. We have dollar set in hand. It's unopposed, so the wall goes down. Miri's going to trigger most likely. Yep. Kill the Castle Black Mason. And the Unsullied coming in on a military challenge, 3 strength.
Unopposed. Reactions?
That one goes unopposed also. Kills the Sworn Brother. And interesting, he didn't use Danny in a challenge to stand her off of Rygel. I thought he would have done that first to get some extra insight going. And here we go, Dracarys off the fealty after one abandoned stronghold. So the board wiped again.
So 2 Drax, huh? Yeah. Miri and Danny. This is the game you want the variants to really help you, man. I'm really happy for you. I don't mean that sarcastically.
No, that's fine.
I don't mean that sarcastically at all. Actually, it sounds sarcastic, but I don't mean it that way. That's convincingly going.
Well, he's happy his opponent's got his Danny, his Miri, saw his couple Dracarys, got the dragons going. Just able to clear the board over and over again. So he's happy for his opponent, but not sarcastically. He's truly happy.
Yep.
Roy's that kind of guy. He's happy that you're winning.
Oh, yeah.
Too nice. He's an honorary Canadian, obviously, with his very friendly attitude.
You do not.
Oh,
Yeah, he's going to chuck a card. Roy, very nice there, reminding his opponent he has a higher reserve, so he doesn't have to chuck for taxation.
Ready?
And we have counting coppers into retaliation, so obviously Nice Watch player going first. Going to draw 3 cards from his plot. Retaliation forcing him to be the first player. Targaryen player 8 power right now. And only 5 on the Nice Watch side and an empty board of characters. Plays the Builder at the Wall, aka Santa Claus. Triggering Brandon's Gift. It's a Sworn Brother, another Sworn Brother back in play. And he's got the Iron Throne now.
That should leave me with.
And so 1 gold left, I guess. Got to collect his economy first. And over the Targaryen player for marshalling. Yeah, not having Valor in this Builder deck, I don't know. I think that would have definitely changed the game completely if he was able to wipe his opponent's board. But if Vinny's not able to close it out before he gets some dupes out there, he might have to run into his own Valor. And there's Khal Drogo to help speed it up.
Military challenges, Youchers.
Another Renown on the board, extra military challenge.
All right, I pass it.
So Nice Watch player passing challenges, obviously.
Sure.
1 gold spent and Nightmares. Probably the Haunted Forest, I think he said there. Intrigue challenge with Danny this time. And Miri. He does not care about Miri's claim replacement, I don't think. He's just going to go hit the hand, stand with Rygel on Danny, and draw some insight. And hopefully use Danny on a future challenge to get some more insight draw. He's going to be able to get 4 challenges off, all 2 claim. Most likely win them all here. And this could be it for Roy. But only 1 renown on the board, 2 claim on a power challenge. Surprised he didn't open with the militaries. To just clear the board. And then get a bunch of unopposed, but does he have enough to win? 8 power. Needs 7 more. He gets 2 or 3 of them unopposed, 2 or 3 power, plus 2 claim on the power. It's like 5 or 6 power, plus renown. And there's Dullar's Head jumping in. Is there another Dracarys? Is he gonna get hit? Nope. No, he's not. So here we go. Abandoned Strongholds to buff him up.
+2.
This is enough to win. I don't know. He's at 4.
+2.
Plus another 4 now. Plus 6. He's at 10. And the Haunted Forest. So that's enough to win. Oh, but Danny in the -1. And he still loses 2 claim. Interesting. Not sure why. Yeah, I don't know. Danny's standing off Rygall's trigger. Getting some insight. Here we go. Khal Drogo. Unopposed military. Wall going down. 2 claim. Giving dollar set out there. Next unopposed military. 2 claim again. Power challenge with Danny. Claim 2. Unopposed. Looks like he's 1 away. Insight draw. And should have... Oh no, Iron Throne out for dominance.
8 for dominance.
Yeah, dominance the Night's Watch player. Wow. But I don't know what he can do. I think he plays Wildfire here probably. But that probably won't be enough. I think he's got an empty hand. Yeah, empty hand right now.
2 nightmares.
He's top decking.
Fire and Blood. Wow. Miri and Drogo. I'm impressed. Really good game, man. Well played.
And yep, Wildfire into Summer Harvest.
Your choice.
I'll make you.
So Roy chooses the Targaryen player Vinnie to go first. Looks at what he top decks. Yeah, I don't think it'd be enough. I don't see any way of stopping him from getting that 1 power off all-in power challenge with some... yeah, you see, Roy's just going to concede. And congrats to Vinnie for the win there. Taking down Roy from the White Book podcast, guys. Go listen to that podcast if you haven't. The longest running Game of Thrones, a card game podcast. The White Book, look it up. All right, thank you to everyone who supports us on Patreon.com. You see all their names scrolling by there on the screen. All awesome people donating to the channel. You can check out patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. The link is in the description below if you'd like to support the channel. Any amount helps a ton. So go there and support us here. You can also support us by hitting that subscribe button if you're new here, if you haven't already subscribed. If you have, hit that alarm bell button to be notified when we go live or when we post new videos. And always hit that like button. Help these Game of Thrones videos be found on YouTube to help other people find this game and hopefully join our player groups and grow the game even more. But we will see you guys in the next video. Lots more to come. Thanks a lot for watching.